Welcome to my channel. So this is Cascade, Idaho, and I am in June of 2024, and 10 months ago, roughly 11 months ago, this property was not managed by me. Since then, I have worked with the client to upgrade the property and bring permaculture practices to this property. The first thing that we have to note is that the property had a lot of issues. There were tree issues, bat issues, snow load issues, construction issues. But as far as permaculture is concerned, we take care of the earth, then we take care of the people, and then we give back the surplus. And today I'm going to show you from last year to now, there were no swales, there were no plants that were planted intentionally. We're going to show you what's been accomplished in the 3 trips that I've been here so far. So looking down this culvert was impacted by trees. They were small, but I cut them out to clear the culvert. And these trees, just last weekend, we trimmed these trees so that we wouldn't have such a fire hazard and tree limb fall, as well as mistletoe growing in the trees. You can see that we have quite a pile of sticks going on because of this. These sticks are going to be turned into firewood for locals, so that's surplus going back to the system. Now, this tree is the most radical of the trees that we cut. You can see all the limbs that we trimmed off there. Still have more trimming to do, but that was the dead wood. So we're going to show you the first set of swales that I installed. And these are level walking paths right here. There's one swale, and there's a second swale. Where the walking stones are the trenches, and the berms are downhill of them. So that's 2 swales. This is their well, and that well is operable and producing water. And we put in some plants that the client likes. This is snow and summer. I don't know what the actual name of it is, the botanical name. And we put in a few of those. There's another one and another one. We're going to walk around to the back of the property now. But I'm going to show you what we've done for bat abatement. We've been working to get up here to stop the bats from entering the house because there were huge gaps in the building that allowed bats to come in. We counted last year, 222 bats plus coming out of the house, and working with bat abatement and techniques to stop them from entering the house or re-entering the house without killing them. We've brought that down to about 10 bats. We counted about 10 bats on this last visit. In trimming the trees, this tree in specific, the tree branches fell and they crushed this fence, which I've repaired and replaced. I'm going to show you that repair and replacement right now. You can see this is where one of the branches broke the actual gate, but the gate still functions. So here's the repair to this fence line. You can see the new wood that's installed, and there's a top rail and a bottom rail, and then side rails to support it. And these are screwed into the 4x4s. I didn't have to replace the 4x4s, luckily. Okay, and then we're going to come up to, so we've got 2 swales in the front, and here's a 3rd swale, and a 4th swale, and a 5th swale, and a 6th swale, and a 7th swale. That's 7 swales from the front to the back. This swale continues down here, and then it turns into the mainframe swales. So this is 7, and this is number 8. This is number 9. That's a demonstration swale, and then we come into 10 mainframe, And then 11, that's another swale. And then 12, and then down there is, this is 13 swales on the property, 13. I'll come down here, and this is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 swales installed on the property. These are not huge swales. They're about 6 inches deep, about 3 inches wide, and the smallest one I think is 10 feet long. The longest one is about 40 feet long. I haven't done the measuring for how much water capture we're storing. This one has the ditch, the mound, and then it has straw installed, and then it has wood chips over the straw. And we've installed alyssum and some other ground cover crops. So I got to push some of this wood chip material back so the alyssum can get out. Okay, we don't want it dying. It's not intentional to do that. I was just in a hurry to get wood chips on the ground. There's alyssum. Okay, there's some more alyssum. Okay, some more. And then here's snow in summer. And next to that is more alyssum. Oh, I tore it out, damn it. Okay, well, you know, we win some, we lose some. Okay. And the alyssum will either come through or it won't. You know, I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So we're just making some minor adjustments while we have some time. Give the alyssum somewhere to go. I don't want to crush the stuff with my wood chips and my straw. I want to give it a chance to succeed. Okay. The whole point is to make this property prettier. So that's the number of swales. Oh, we got some gopher action. What is this? Oh, I didn't know we had gophers. Well, that's interesting. That's new. That's a gopher mound or some kind of burrowing animal. I'm going to bury that back in a little bit. New to me. I have to think about that. We can't have burrowing animals cruising through the landscape very much. It's not going to be beneficial. Anyhow, so in 1 year's time, we've installed that many swales, and we've installed the straw mulch and the wood chips, and I'm only here a couple weeks a year doing this. Last year, I installed this garden box. This garden box is about 23 inches tall, and it's about 4 feet wide. And you can see that I've got a manifold system for my drip irrigation, and the drip controllers, the 2 gallon per hour drip controllers are actually installed in the 1/2 inch piping, and then the lines run out from that, and they run into these. Okay, and these emit water throughout their whole system, and these are easy to check because we can pull the tube out and see if it's dripping, or just pull the whole thing out and see if it's dripping. So it's very low maintenance systems. And that goes to a regulator, not just a pressure regulator, but a filter that's hooked up to a hose. The hose is just hooked up directly to a spigot. There's no controller on this, so humans have to be involved. You have to winterize this by disconnecting this every winter, or this happens. Watch this. Now I've turned the water onto the system, and you're going to watch this here and turn this valve. See how it leaked out of there? Well, every time it turns to the halfway point, it leaks because this pipe burst. Luckily, there's a ball valve, and the ball valve is stable, so it doesn't leak while it's in this position or if it's in this position. But you can see that it's fully sealed while the ball valve is operating, but when it turns to a partial position, it's blown out. So that's why we have to winterize or dump all our pressure out of our lines and disconnect our connections before winter hits. Or that could be really bad for the whole system. And a lot of people forget this part. And they forget it, and then they blow out their valve stems. This valve stem right here costs $70. And they're not cheap to replace. They're not easy to replace. They're easy as far as nothing. I mean, they're easy as far as replacing a valve, but you have to go into the house, and then you have to buy this really expensive part, and it just doesn't get better. So that's about it for this video. We are, I'm going to show you a couple more things that I've installed last year. We did this retaining wall. So I did the upper retaining wall. I did this section, and the client did the lower section when I was gone, and backfilled it with wood chips, which is preferable for its design. And then we installed these rain barrels, and we connected this rain gutter to a downspout for the overflow system to put water through a pipe and into the rain head barrel, or the rain barrel's head, basically like that. Okay, and that fills up every winter, and then we have to plug it off for the mosquitoes. That one's not complete because I have to put in ways to extract the water or a pump. So last year, these areas were full of bats, and the bats were getting into the house, and so we've been doing bat abatement, and it was a big nightmare. But we've definitely protected the bats by giving them somewhere else to be without killing them. We're not using any poisons or we're not terminating bats. That's not what we want to do. I put in this slab so that way they can have a bench. I put in this step and this step last year so that way they could secure these stairs from being eroded from, because they're undercutting with erosion. This is the cold side of the house. This is where all the snow load stays put. And then there's the driveway, and we're out. Have a great day. If you have questions or comments, or you want to like or share this video, go for it. I'll be talking to you soon. Maybe you'll be listening, maybe you won't.